Right, want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashim Yahushua, Ba'ashim Kakwadash. Want to give double honor to the apostles, that you mess up with well, our teachers, our elders, that we learn from. And peace, blessings, salutations to the hopeful elect out there. And it's waiting for the return of our Lord Yahushua. This is something about your health. It says these 11 benefits of running are actually backed by science. This is article August 8, 2023. So this is firmly new. And as brothers can attest, or however you say it, I know the brother, a couple of brothers in the camp here in Virginia. We work out frequently, fluently. And me growing up in Puerto Rico, and me growing up had a very, how you say, I was very into nature, running. Well, I can't say that. No, I'm slocky. But I did a lot of activities, sports, etc. But one thing I can say off top that I used to bike ride a lot. Again, I was active. I was outside. I remember one thing, and I can say that as growing up, I did somewhat have weight on me, so my weight always fluctuated. But I can say, when I really wanted to burn weight, lose weight, running helped me drastically. I remember I went from, I believe when I was in my 20s, I went from 250, I think 240 to 215 by running. So running is very beneficial. Other brothers can speak on this as well. That is very good for the body. I'm gonna read this part. It's no wonder that the sport of running has such an avid fan base of millions of dedicated runners around the globe. Sometimes the hardest part is just getting started. And yes, that is a big factor, because me personally, I picked up boxing. I've done it, but lately, I really have took the passion of it again. And one thing me going in the ring, and other brothers that does with BJJ and box as well. One thing coaches always stress that you need to run. Jump roping, running. Again, it's all beneficial to your body. If you really want to cut that belly fat, the back fat, the stomach, if you have man boobs, you want your legs to look better, your waist to go smaller, you have to run. I'm gonna be honest with you, man. It's a lot of elliptical, what you call it, machines and etc. Things out there that they say that you can lose weight, but me, off top, you have to run. There's no way to get around it. Running is the best way to lose that stubborn belly fat and that waist. And also too, when you run, it's good. I can literally say it's good to, if you're constipated or backed up, if you run, it'll loosen it up a little bit. So, it'll loosen you up to, you can use a regularly bowel movement. But it's the hardest part is getting started. We all hate running. Also for you women, if you want to lose some weight, go run. I remember going, back in New York, you saw always see the girls, hopscotch and double dutching, with the jump rope. And again, Jake, but prior to, this soft society we live in now, a lot of Jakes was outside, Jake really never stood in the crib, but everything has gotten so comfortable, so lax, so weak, so feminine. Mothers really, run these households, so they don't want their children to get dark. They don't want their children to get beat up, fight, etc. But it said, but once you work past the initial discomfort, running has some amazing benefits that improve your physical and mental health, improving your overall well-being. So, benefits of running. The list of benefits of running is extensive, spanning the gamut from improving cardiovascular fitness to reducing stress. Here are some of the key benefits. And running improves cardiovascular health. If you ever run to catch a subway, child, or your dog and felt breathless immediately afterward, it probably comes as no surprise that running works your cardiovascular system. Your heart rate increases as you run to pump more blood and thus oxygen and nutrients to your working muscles. Another thing too, again, man, I can really vouch for bros to run, women to run, because again, you got to remember, we live in a real complacent lifestyle, and how you say it, due to all the the toxin pollutions, the bad food we eat, etc., you really want to run and keep that your cardiovascular system up to date. Another thing too, one of the reasons why Jake, it goes into this, but one of the reasons why Jake get all that gout and it become fat and the body just goes the rot away, because Jake don't get no exercise. A lot of Jake, they just they come in this truth. Prior to the truth, they was they play basketball a lot, they may play soccer a lot, they may play tennis a lot, or they did a lot of activities. One thing I could say, learn the balance in this thing. This truth of ours, through Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shah, it's very important that you take care of your body, take care, this vessel of ours. So over time, with consistent running, your heart and lungs adapt. Your heart becomes stronger, enabling it to pump a greater volume of blood per beat. Running is also good, for testosterone, because one thing you gotta remember, you want to make sure that you're getting oxygen through your legs, and your lungs become more powerful and capable of taking in more air per breath. As your cardiovascular efficiency improves, you're able to run faster with less effort. Running builds muscular strength. At some point, most of us have walked behind a runner and envied their muscular, defined calves. As long as you are properly filling your body with enough calories and protein to support your training, running can help build muscle, increase strength. And the total body workout strengthens your legs, core, and upper body. That's why when you look at those runners, those cross-training runners, they're very, muscular. They have a hell of a body. That's why you look at those Olympians. Their bodies are cut. They're in shape. What is those soccer players? When you look at their bodies, those are strong people. Them dudes are strong. You're not really gonna move. Anybody that runs a lot and has perfected running. One thing I can say, wrestling. If you're doing any type of wrestling, boxing, some of your biggest workouts is going to be running. Miles, etc., up hills, changing intensity, burst, etc. Running increases bone density. Numerous studies have demonstrated that high impact activity like running place stress on the bones that stimulate them to adapt by laying down more minerals within the body bony matrix to strengthen the structure. Running also increases the production of bone-building hormones in the body, stimulating the body to make more bone cells and inhibiting the activity of cells that break down bone cells. Stronger bones are more resilient and less likely less likely to fracture. Running improves markers of health. Studies have shown that consistent running can lower blood pressure and resting heart rate, improve blood sugar control, lower triglycerides. And let's look up triglycerides. One thing, triglyceride, an ester formed from glycerol in 3 fatty acid groups. Triglycerides are the main constituents of natural fats and oils in high concentrations in the blood, indicate an elevated risk of stroke. And a lot of things, has a lot of things that can trigger. Let me see something real quick. So how can I lower my triglycerides quickly? Avoid excess sugar, resist refined foods, add more fiber to your diet, choose healthy fats over saturated fats. You know the dangers of trans fats. Cut back on alcohol, exercise, control your weight. So it says, what food are high in triglycerides? Saturated fats can raise triglyceride levels. They can be found in fried food, red meat, chicken skin, egg yolks, high fat dairy, butter, lard, shortening margarine, fast food. So you get the point. So going back, as well as lower cholesterol, it can also reduce waist circumference and body fat percentage. Yep. You know, if you want to cut back on your BMI, your body mass, I forgot the last part, but your BMI. Going back to what I was saying earlier, and you know, we all hate to do this, unfortunately. I know it hurts. Ouch, my toe, ouch, my ankle, my legs, my arms, etc. You know, all you gotta do is look at YouTube, and again, how you say, everybody gonna run different, but you know, just start off slow and work your way up. That's what I had to do. You know, I've been working, and I've been running. I want to say since the beginning of this year, I really started, you know, taking running seriously, and now I kind of actually love it. You know, that I actually have a runner's high. So it says, yeah, you know, that's that. And again, you know, if you have a lot of fat or you have a lot of body, you know, what is it, the BMI? You got a gut, you know, a lot of just, you know, fat in your arms, legs. One of the best ways you're gonna lose it is you have to run. I don't give a damn all that other shit that you know Esau tried to tell you and all that. Nah, you gotta run, and then you gotta change your diet. You gotta fast. So it says improving these markers of health can reduce disease risk and can help you feel healthy overall. Running reduces stress, and it really does. Getting outside and pounding the pavement or a trail is a great way to diffuse stress and tension. Running can lower the stress hormone cortisol, which helps you feel more relaxing. This is why a lot of bitches are fat, and Jake too. And see, Esau knows, you know, this is why Esau keeps you stressed and, you know, depressed, because this is the gland that if it's, you know, it's constantly working, you become fat. Cortisol is a hormone naturally released from your adrenal glands with many essential functions for your health. Your cortisol levels normally increase at times of stress. Cortisol, the primary stress hormone, increases sugar, also called glucose, in the bloodstream, enhances the brain's use of glucose, and increases the availability of substance in the body that repairs tissue. I'm trying to find the actual part where it says, so what happens when cortisol levels are high? Signs and symptoms of raised cortisol include rapid weight gain, particularly in the face, chest, abdomen, high blood pressure, thinning of the bones, skin changes, bruises, and purplish stretch marks, muscle weakness, change in the mood, high blood pressure. What is Yep. So there you have it. See, this is you see these girls in these last years, and you see Jake in these last years. They always celebrating. They always talking about they living their best lives and etc. But all you see Jake is doing is getting bigger. He's getting fat, more unhealthy. Because really deep down inside, Jake is stressed the fuck out. And that's why Jake is constantly, dying left and right. So, run and reduce stress. So getting outside and pounding the pavement or trail is a great way to diffuse stress. Intention running can lower the stress hormone cortisol. Running boosts confidence. Running is a lot about goal setting and achieving things as you didn't think you were possible. As such, running can help develop a sense of self-efficacy and boost your self-confidence. Running is a metabolically demanding exercise. Running burns calories. In fact, running is one of the most efficient types of exercise when it comes to the number of calories burned per minute. So if fat loss or weight loss is your goal, running can contribute to creating a calorie deficit. You need to burn fat. They say running is accessible. Running improves your mood. See, there you go, the runner's high. The runner's high isn't some fictionalized unicorn or elusive wonder. Rather, it's a rush of mood-boosting endorphins brought on by a long-distance endurance run. Finishing a good run can leave you feeling proud, capable, powerful, and even elated, ready to conquer anything that comes your way with a good attitude. If you suffer from depression, running can alleviate symptoms and stabilize your mood. So you get the point. I'm gonna end it off with the scripture. Give me one moment. So, Sirach 1 and 18, the fear of the Lord is a crown of wisdom, making peace and perfect health to flourish. Because again, once you fear the Lord and He starts to build you up and start to make you better, you wherever you come from, your walk of life, you'll start to see a change, and you'll start to want to just get better, eat better, think better, hang around better people, this being in a, walking through the spirit. To flourish, both which are the gifts of Yahweh Bashem Yahushua, and in it enlargeth their rejoicing that love him. Yep, because Sirach 17:26, turn again to the Most High, and turn away from iniquity, for he will lead thee out of darkness into the light of health. Because how the way Jake going, it's death, and you can't tell him anything. Jake smoked them cigarettes. We all know what's going on with Jake. Jake is through. Jake is done. Jake eat whatever he wants. Jake act however he wants. Jake thinks about whatever he wants. Jake does what he wants. And all of this, this lifestyle of the American mindset is destroying and killing our people off day by day. But this truth, it brings us to the light, and hate thou abomination vehemently. So with a strong desire, we run more away from the society, because the society teaches death, and they promote it all on the TV. That's one that I wanted, but as you can see, that's pretty. Oh, here, Sirach 30:15. Health and good estate of the body are above all gold, and a strong body above infinite wealth. But Jake just want the money, the fame, the cars, the money, and the hoes. But Jake don't give a damn about their health. But that's pretty much it. Hey, shalom.